Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 and I'm back with another video for you guys. And hey, it's been a long time since you guys last saw me. But all I can say is I hope you guys had a great Christmas this past Wednesday. And New Year's is coming up, so hopefully you guys have a great New Year's too. So anyways, I'm back. You know, um, really here to talk about My Hero Academia because man, today's episode was awesome. Also, they did okay. So before I start the review off, I'm just gonna say this. If you're checking out the review now and you're wondering why there is no English dub episode, whether you're just an only English dub only or in general, you watch the subbed and the dubbed. If you don't know, Funimation actually put this on their Twitters. They said that because of undisclosed reasons, episode 11 for My Hero Academia or today's episode for My Hero Academia won't be an English dub. That will be happening next week. So yeah. Um, that's the only thing if you were trying to look for the English dub of the episode because man, after today's episode, I really wish there was an English dub episode of today because man, that would have been good. That would have been good to hear. But we'll just have to wait next week till we get that episode. But anyways, there was another thing I also had to say. Um, oh yes, if you did not see on YouTube, there was a PV5 trailer, or basically the fifth trailer, talking about season four, and it basically that trailer basically confirms that next week we'll get an episode, and the week after that we'll get an episode. So next week even they release it before this week's episode too. So basically, which basically means is the sub will not be going on break because of say the holidays. They're gonna go on break of the holidays this week because of Christmas, and the next episode won't be going on break for the holidays because of New Year's. They're still gonna be continuing running every Saturday, and for the next 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks. At the time the trailer was released, it was going to be the next 3 weeks. We're going to get episodes, and they were taking no breaks, which is good. I think if personally, if New Year's and even Christmas were like say on a Friday or even a Saturday, they probably would have not even. They probably would have delayed the episode. But good on Toho for releasing and giving us more updates on that trailer for showing that we're just getting week after week after week for the next well at the time of the trailer next 3 weeks it's episodes, but for now there will be no breaks going on for now for the next 2 weeks. Now I don't know after the 11th, which looks like it could be the wrap up of this arc. I don't know. We'll have to see when we get there, but yeah. But anyways, today's episode, My Hero Academia episode 11, titled Lemillion. And this basically was a Miro focused episode. It was a good episode. Much better. If not right now, the best episode of the season right now. Um, and this basically deals with Mirio basically taking on like the rest of the 8 bullets of the Hasaikai along with Overhaul, which was a pretty interesting fight to see. And basically, when the episode starts off, it goes to some kind of flashback scene about overhauling. And I forgot the side guy with the gun or whatever. Basically saying that all in all, it took 5 months to build or make those quirk erasing bullets. Basically, now I don't know if those are the test bullets, which I think those are the ones that just taking them away for a day. But who knows? I mean, they might be the ones that actually take away a quirk for the rest of her life. So anyways, yeah, then it later cuts to, you know, overall talking to Toga and twice and basically, making sure they pledge their allegiance and that they're not doing this. And then there was a guy who Niyamoto. At first, he was basically forcing Toga and Twice to basically tell Overhaul their quirks. I had a feeling that was obviously they later explained that his quirk is that he just basically forces people to tell the truth even if they don't want to. So yeah. But anyways, Overhaul walks out of the room and he's like, "Yeah, I won't let you do whatever you want to do freely until I know 100% you can trust me, or I can trust you." So, anyways, it cuts back to what Mimic's going crazy and looks like he's gonna smush everybody and kill them. Deku's surveilling around. He finds where Mimic's at, and when he kicks Mimic, he sees the League of Villains, and League Villains basically use them, and they escape, basically. So, obviously, they're gonna go their own separate way and tell, Tomoro or Shigarashi that, yeah, we kind of messed up their plans big time. So, anyways, you know, they later cut from that and they cut to what Mirio's doing. So we finally catch up with Mirio after how many episodes we haven't seen him. And he's literally behind Overhaul. And then then we basically get the confession of like basically two of the Hisaikai bullets, 8 bullets, and like I said, Niyamoto, who's the guy that forces the truth. But she forces Mirio to tell him his quirk, which is permeation. And then there was another guy named Sakakai. I don't know how you pronounce that. But basically, he makes people lose their equilibrium, in essence, because I guess he had water splashed or some kind of alcohol splashed all over Mirio, and it made him all topsy-turvy like he was drunk or something. Um, so yeah. A quick point I want to make. So I don't know if this applies for any of the other streaming services, whether it's Funimation Now or Crunchyroll, but I watch it off Hulu. But at the 13:06 minute mark, that's when we got to the title screen. I'm not even kidding you. Halfway through the episode, we got to the title screen, and right after that, we saw like the face mid credit scene where they show like, oh, this person's quirk and their names and stuff like that, and I'm like, 13 minutes into the episode and we're already at the title screen. I'm like, they're doing it again. I may be just nitpicking, but I'm just saying if you're gonna be putting the title screen of the episode in the 13-minute mark at the halfway part, why even put it in there to begin with? You might as well just take it out. Um, you know, like that's halfway the episode. What the heck are we seeing all this? Anyways, like I said, I'm just nitpicking and stuff like that. Anyways, we get Mirio versus Niyamoto and Sakakai. And basically, you know, Niyamoto is basically doing the confession stuff on Mirio, and basically, brings out the reason of the fact that Mirio blames himself the most for, not saving Erie way back in like I think it was episode 4 or 5. No, it was episode 4, I believe. Yeah, it was episode 4 or 5. I'd forgot. It's been so long. But he blames himself. He basically makes Mirio confess that he blames himself. Mirio gets all heated because, well, at first they think, oh, that's gonna throw him off his game. We can beat him. We can kill him right here and there. But actually, it inspires Mirio more, and it actually pisses him off. I mean, despite the fact that he's all lost his equilibrium, he does this cool move where he just literally just knocks these guys out cold. Um, so yeah. Anyways, he gets to Overhaul, and he basically does a nice sequence of events where he kicks Overhaul slightly, and he kicks the other dude who was next to him. I forgot his name. The same guy he was talking to at the beginning of the episode. He gets Eri, and um, Eri does question throughout this entire barrage, like, why are you doing this? You're just gonna get yourself killed. And basically, Mirio just basically says, well, I'm doing this because I'm gonna be your hero, which in an essence, yes, a little bit he was doing that, but really, let's be real. It's gonna be Deku who's gonna be the one that, you know, even though she did click with him eventually in the episode, Deku is eventually the one that will be like, make her be like, oh, that's my favorite hero, and stuff like that. Anyways, overhaul goes on this crazy monologue, basically blaming Eri for like, you're the reason why I have to get my hands dirty. You're the reason why I have to kill so many people. And basically, that's when you see the cut from one of the trailers way back when they first, hyped up the season. Is when he actually took his glove off. He put his hand and he basically destroyed or disassembled the concrete surrounding, the area where they're at, and basically they make it some big fighting hall. And basically he locks Miro in, and he basically patronizes Miro. And before that, before he actually does all that stuff, he actually Miro asks him, he's like, "How could you do that to your kid?" And basically, that's when we also get the revelation to Overhaul reveals that he does not have a kid. He does not have any children straight up. So obviously he abducted this girl from somewhere. From especially if you're watching the freaking ending, he obviously abducted this girl, and it doesn't matter. We already knew that this wasn't his daughter because they look nothing alike whatsoever. But anyways, like I was saying earlier, he basically trapped Miro, and he's like, well, you're either gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to. You can't run now. You can't use your powers to run away now. You're gonna have to fight me. And basically, the fight between Miro versus Overhaul was crazy. We know Miro Overhaul's power, and Miro knows it well too. And this dude's using his permeation, and he's actually, honestly, he's kicking Overhaul's ass. He is kicking his butt. Um, and the more Miro's kicking his butt, Overhaul's just getting more pissed off, more pissed off, more pissed off. Miro also does this cool tactic where he tricks one of the guys who's shooting at him. Um, and he basically ripped off his cape to protect Eri, only to, Overhaul saw it like super late, and then he basically, boom. He, this fight was amazing. He literally outsmarted Overhaul and his other companions. Now, when the dude was shooting at him, Mirio was like, whoa, 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 wait a second. I thought I knocked that guy out. I'm sure I knocked him out. And then the other guys, later in the episode, they do show up too. And he's like, I thought I knocked those guys out too. Anyways, Overhaul tells one of them, I think it was Niyamoto, to basically get one of the quirk, erasing bullets and shoot it. Um, Before he basically goes in, I guess Mario was going in for like, I guess somewhat of a knockout blow. And basically the dude's like crying and judging himself, and then he realizes, he goes, points his gun at Eri. Mario sees that. Mario runs over to Eri, and basically he gets shot in the back now by the quirk erasing bullet. We do get a nice little flashback scene about all of Mario's, like just cuts from his past and stuff like that. And it's like implied that he has the same powers as his dad did, and that's one of the reasons why, his and because his dad couldn't really fully master his powers that much, he basically gave up on being a hero basically. But Mirio is doing this to be his own hero, and it was a nice little flashback scenes, really heartwarming flashback scenes. You know, but anyways, going back to when he got shot with the bullet, it looked like the bullet got lodged deep into his back too. And my prediction is that Mirio will fully lose his powers. I think one of those 5 bullets, are the 5 bullets that takes away someone's quirk abilities permanently. I think that bullet, and my prediction is that the bullet Mirio got shot with takes away Mirio's powers completely, resulting in him having to retire as being a hero, sadly, which will probably break him. Um, Now, one of my predictions was that Mirio was going to die. Now, after I thought he got shot out of the bullet, I thought that's when he was gonna die. Um, you know, I think it's pretty bad of, you know, Overhaul not to take advantage of the opportunity when he got shot, and he should have just killed him right there. But at the same time, Miro gets back up. He starts fighting Overhaul again despite not having no powers, which goes to show he must have had some great martial arts training and will really hand-to-hand combat training a lot because Overhaul's trying to move in, trying to touch him to just basically blow him up. And he's dodging and stuff like that. And Overhaul's like, how the hell is this guy dodging my attacks? And stuff like that. And throughout the fight, Mario keeps calling Chisaki, 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 Chisaki. And at the point, Overall's like, stop, I don't go by Chisaki anymore. That's not my name anymore. And then basically cuts back to a short little flashback scene when I guess the former boss of the Shinsaikai picks up Overhaul when he was much younger, because I guess he doesn't have anybody either. He brings him in, and basically Overhaul has this grandiose plan. Now the boss is like, that's not a good plan. That's not being chivalry. As we know, the former boss is chivalry. So I'm questioning, did Overhaul get that guy? Like, did he make him get a serious illness? Which would make sense. You know, if he wants to take over the Shinsaikai, take out the former boss. And it's funny how maybe he possibly gave him an illness, or there was a quirk that someone given it. I don't know. That's another prediction I have to make. But anyways, and the one thing I found interesting throughout all the flashback scenes is this. Now, when he was way back when he was a kid, when he was younger, they overshadowed his mouth area where the beak's at. Something is up with his mouth. They're probably gonna reveal that some either next episode or maybe episode I believe that is 13 because it's episode 11. Yeah, episode 11. They might either reveal what his face looks like under when you take away the mask. Episode probably 13, maybe at the end of episode 12 next week. I thought that was an interesting point that they kept his face hidden. So he must have some kind of nasty looking face or some kind of messed up face or something. Maybe it's something similar to what Katakuri from, One Piece had. Maybe that's what his face looks. Or maybe his face, like I said, is just effed up to the point of beyond belief. Maybe he destroyed it when he was younger. Yeah, the episode ends off basically, you know, cutting just they just stopped showing the hand to hand fighting, and they just did cut images where my boy Mario is getting literally stabbed by basically the rock pillars that Overhaul is doing. And at the end of the episode, he basically is like legit like effed up. He's got stabbed in the leg, stabbed in like his kidney area. The dude is messed up. And he's like, I don't even care anymore. He's like, I'm here to save this girl. I'm here to do my job. I'm a hero. And it kind of ends off with the same, bordering where it has the lights with some character walking in and stuff like that. And that's when the episode ended off. We do get a post-credit scene where he actually takes himself off of that. He's basically looks like he's weakened to a pulp where he can't fight anymore. And then that's when I'm like, okay, you can't do this to me. Just hurry up and put Deku in. Now, I thought Deku was shown before the episode ends, but yes, Deku kicks through the wall, and that's where the post-credit scene ends. And then we get the next episode preview, which, not Deku, and Aizawa were all there. From what it looks like Overall going to change his tactics in fighting because he's getting even more pissed off. So yeah, obviously Overhaul might just kick Night Eye and Aizawa to the curb. Maybe Deku a bit too. Well, he might take them out for a bit, but Deku's gonna be the person to save the day, and this is what I've been waiting for. This is gonna be Deku's first legit one-on-one fight versus a real villain. And yes, he's faced many other villains on one-on-one combat, but in terms of not complete mastery of one for all, but somebody where it's gonna have to take him to the limit. Something like when he fought Muscular. But this is like his legit like one-on-one first fight in the hero business, um, where he basically is going to be the shonen protagonist anime character we all know who saves the day at the final moment and have some really epic moment. Um, I have a feeling that the episodes next week's episode is going to end off with a little bit of the fight of Deku versus Overhaul, which I'm gonna hate. I feel like they're gonna save episode 13 for that entire thing of Deku versus Overhaul. And like I said, my prediction still is that Eri will eventually she'll still have respect for Miro for what he did, if he doesn't die. Which I don't think he is gonna die. But I think she'll even have more of a greater respect when Deku is the one that eventually is the one that saves her completely. And yeah, so the next 2 weeks are gonna be hyped up and it's gonna be good. Next week's episode looks like it's gonna be a little bit of a flashback slash fighting. Hopefully we get some flashbacks with more fighting because I want to see my boy Deku kick this guy Overhaul's a butt because he deserves it because he was talking crazy junk in this episode. Um, and yeah, Overhaul's character is also fleshed out a lot in this. Um, Episode, and it goes to show you how crazy and insane this guy really is. To the point he will go to the ends of the earth to get what he wants, and he doesn't care if he has to kill people. To the point, I think he was even about to freaking almost kill Eri at one point in this episode, and oh yeah, he was. He didn't even care. He was shooting these rock pillars despite Eri being there. I'm like, this guy is crazy, and he was like, it don't matter if I kill her, I can just break her down and fix her again. I'm like, yikes, this guy is I'm like, this guy's insane. I'm like, this dude is legit insane. I'm like, he's talking like he's crazy. Or he's talking like he's no better than some of the league members of some of the villains from the League of Villains. But anyways, yeah, that was episode. So next week, it looking like it's gonna be Deku versus the first part of Deku versus Overhaul, which I can't wait to see. I've been waiting to see that fight. I'm actually shocked we're getting it this early on. I thought it would take much longer to get to here. Like at least like by episode 15 we would get here, but no, we're already getting it. Maybe a little bit of it episode 12, and I think this is when we're gonna see Deku get pissed off. We're gonna see a Deku have this Super Saiyan rage moment, when he finds out all this information and stuff like that when Miro tells him. So yeah, obviously Miro's gonna tell them like, yeah, she's not his daughter and stuff like that, which again predictable. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys can catch me tomorrow for my final game recap for the Chicago Bears. I'm not gonna make a game preview because what's the point? But anyways, yeah, the year is slowly turning down. So anyways, if I don't make a video, well, I won't make a video on New Year's, but again, I'll say this to everybody: enjoy your New Year's Eve and even New Year's Day. Be safe, obviously, when you're doing all that stuff because there's a lot of crazy things happening in this world today. But it's great. 2020 is coming, the start to a whole new decade. Um, so, anyways, this has been Camper 15. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to leave a comment on this video, leave a comment on this video. No spoilers, please. Again, I always have to say that. I've stressed that out much enough. No spoilers for next week's episode or what's going to happen. Because I am an anime only. And as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to see more My Hero Academia content. As well as any other anime content that I post to this channel, as well as movie reviews and game recaps on some of, well, mostly the Chicago Bears. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. I got a lot of college football games to watch because college football is gonna be interesting today. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Catch you guys on the next video.